Hard to believe this is all here. Out of Date says the time has come for you to reconcile with your past. Lupa Lupin is still staying in the camp where he was brought up. He hopes you'll find the answers you are looking for there. Even though darkness is a part of your nature, he suggests you try to keep your cool, as the best fighter is never angry. He'll point you in the right direction, but the rest is up to you. This part of the journey is one you'll have to do on your own. Lupa Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Out of Date hopes you'll find your way and the answers you were looking for once you're there. He knows he said it before, but the time has come to put an end to the Lupin's reign of terror. You should get over there, come face to face with destiny. It's going to be you against the Lupin. No rules.
Wherefore, whereway?
He's happy to help.
Wherefore, whereway?
Didn't have much else to say, so no problem. Make sure you know how to get back. Lupa Lupin says he's been looking forward to this moment. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance. He can see that you're not like your mother. There's something different about you. Maybe you would have made a better decision than she did, and let them be. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupa Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours. Gamma burst. Doom. This might be the end of everything as we know it.
Mpa, wherefore, where?
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Mpa, wherefore, where?
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east.
Yalawa watnawa.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Noko.
Kanjita dwella bofo.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped. Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Kanjita dwella bofo.
He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared.
Kanjita dwella bofo.
Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Kobwa yak.
He's happy to help.
Setuata Bob Kila.
So, says you covered the important things already. The planet keeps spinning, and new days keep coming. Let's see. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. If you can, you should try to convince the captain to give up the outpost and join your cause. They're ready to enter the outpost when you are. Every step you take towards your end goal will bring you closer to a better world. Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lock. That hit the spot, wrecked it. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it, then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. It's complicated. Give it another try. You're in. Keep going. Here's the second line of defense. It's smoldering already. Give it a good smack. Give it a good smack. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You're one step closer to ending the tribe war. Says you didn't have much of a choice. Sunset's on its way. Wonders if you're sure you should be out on such a dark night. Let's see. Says they've been waiting for you to help them liberate the outpost. Just keep going while you can and don't stop until all outposts are under your control. There is a high boom team ready to help with taking over that outpost, but it seems their arc shooter is busted. Thinks it's broken, but fixable. If a story is about you, care for it. Chop, chop! That hurt him. Get up there and get fixing. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's a pling-plong booth from the Bible. Back when you needed to cable words via buzzwire instead of airwaving them. Looks like the control box handles need to be wheeled to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. Should cover up your most important parts. What? Better shake a leg. Yours, theirs, whatever. Cutting edge. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Just a few moves left. Make them count. All fixed up. The arc shooters are already gearing up the high booms. Hope their aimers are fixed too. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You're one step closer to ending the tribe war. Says you're in good company there. Let's see. There's the sovereign who runs this outpost. He didn't expect his outpost to be invaded, but now that you're working with their rival, he can see why. He can recognize the strength of a good argument and agrees it's for the best. He'll surrender the outpost to you. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. Thinks you did a great job capturing the rival's third outpost and believes the rival is weak enough to engage them at their fort. They all hope you can lead them to peace. They've been waiting for you. Taking control of this fort will bring peace between your tribes.
Walla, Papa.
You better be. A tribe's fort is a bigger challenge than an outpost.
Mannen slänkjock.
The plan is to fling you over the wall with a sling lobber. However, he wants you to secure a hard hat first should anything go wrong. It's better you go and find one for yourself. It can't be too much trouble, though. It's one size fits all. There's a lot on the line here. Heads up, that's Peak Spot, a great place to watch the world from. Who knows who might be watching you? That's something. A ring dinger from the yesterdays. A thingamabob used to pling signal the faraways. Let's find out if it still works. The day is here. Seems the keys need to be in sequence to make the ring dinger work. Just a few moves left. Make them count. So, the technology from yesterdays is still here today, even if its message is getting old. So much easier to see all the colors during the day.
Mannen slänkjock.
It's time to set the rival tribe free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to their Sifu.
Poroti natt.
Convincing the Sifu that peace between your tribes is the only way you'll all survive won't be easy. He doubts the Sifu will give up without a fight. That's a fire starter. The dry grass looks like it would ignite easily. You just need to create a spark to light a fire. It burns brighter than the light. There are things out there waiting for you. You're empty of key. Finish 'em. That ain't bad. You'd better get a move on if you want to change things. The battering bonker looks like a great way to get through the gate. Bet you just need to knock and it'll open up. That's bonkers. The Netra tribe values liberty and is striving to protect freedom. They want to continue with each tribe being responsible for their own and believe that uniting the tribes is the only way you can survive. He was hoping it wouldn't end this way. There's no reason to fight instead of uniting. It would be fighting over nothing. He sees strength in you like no one else, but if fight is all you do, he can't stand by you. He doesn't believe you and prefers to fight it out now rather than later. The rival Sifu is defeated, and the destiny of their tribe is in your hands. You are free to choose their fate, but not free from the consequences of your choice. He'll leave it up to you to decide the fate of the rival Sifu, but suggests you be merciful. Do good, and good will follow you. Thinks it's a good gesture to offer support to others when you can see that they need it. And with that, you're spinning your own fate, good or bad, never to be undone. Side by side they'll stand until order and stability is reinstituted. He's gotten news that the other tribes have realized there are no winners in this war. There's no purpose in antagonism. All three of them believe your tribe has grown strong enough to unite them. It's clear your efforts have been successful. There's light at the end of the tunnel. The tribes are tired of war and will remember the one who brought them peace, whether you decide it'll be now or later. So, do you want to end the war now or continue the crusade?
Gelamatsa mofete?
He agrees. Better save your energy for something meaningful. It's the Netra claw chain. Can't wait to get on flatter ground. He says you really need to go see Noko as soon as possible. He's happy to help. Says you'll see each other later. Even the birds have a hard time getting higher than the mountains. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first.
Puri kumbala muma. Inadab sunka?
Nooks. isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again.
Minä lagi mamuru.
She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid.
Pendrine se nämä.
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark.
Sanna jotpa.
But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going.
Sanna jotpa.
Believes everyone needs direction in this broken world. Your only hope is that you'll end up in a good place once all this is over.
Poila kudo.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be.
Poila kudo.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least.
Pala.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still.
Dropalu.
Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here.
Dropalu.
Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
Run, Dark, run!
It's not a race.
You only say that because you're losing.
That doesn't mean I'm wrong.
No, there are lots of other reasons you're wrong.
Monibasa.
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones.
Dropalu.
You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can.
Apli tonumuta.
So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it.
Andro?
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out.
Brumblene marsamambunundu.
Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too.
Kanamunt.
They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them.
Ritsentede.
But let's not speak of that now.
Beri?
She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow.
Anora kapapum.
The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Ferena masalapu.
You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater.
Dropalu.
It's the most magnificent creature she's ever encountered. A creature straight out of a dream or story. You're in charge of that mount. Act like it. You found the Majut Meadow. Watch out for the Majut. It's a fine way to ride. Let's see.
Ferena masalapu.
Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned.
Narolute.
She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down.
Taifanamenuma.
The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down.
Kanoruta.
She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time.
Kanoruta.
It was the mere sound of the hoof puff that started it. She's never seen it so upset. It just ran away before. Find us a sunset to ride into, a crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Locked. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. You hardly ever see those. The best stories are about heroes. This is such a story. That cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. What you see is what you get, once it's out of the blind box, that is. You should flick the switches in order to greenlight the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. That paid off. No time for yawning. Day is calling. Shopkeeper claims you won't be able to find better goods anywhere else. Says they're known for their... With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned. She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away. Seems to her they preferred the mecha-Majuts over the living counterparts in the old world. Maybe the gnotes were near extinct. Just hold on tight. The Smilo Shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. You're here for a reason. It's up to you to figure out what that is. Eye boxes like this are few and far between. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's true that the eye box is a medium. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. It's true that the eye box is a medium. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. As the eye box broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's usually right in the fields. Bolted shut.
Fantasi e le fale pappia. E ma tua muona e ea e ti faga saluto. Ma pa o le persa laura min. Le neifu toto e pasi nati sana basurangu e nindigori a boritare a otto fantasi e le fale pappia. E ma tua muona e ea e ti faga saluto. Ma pa o le persa laura min.
For being cut off from the surface, this isn't too bad. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Now hold on. Sit tight. Isn't that the Mechamajut over there? You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the Mechamajut.
E pasi naki sana basurangu e nindigori a boritare a otto fantasi e le
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
e ma tua muona e ea e ti faga saluto.
That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Nocco.
E pasi naki sana basurangu e nindigori a boritare a otto fantasi e le fale pappia e ma tua
Heroes are only heroes for others, but they do the work, or they're heroes to no one.
Inadabsunka?
Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride.
Asil natu.
Nokko's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it.
Amun.
She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe.
Brumblene marsamambulu.
You'll find Mito at Brightlight. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths.
Minalagi mamuru.
She's noticed the front teeth seem to be a little loose, so you might be able to pull them out with the pull hook. This place is called Brightlight. Mito lives close by.
Saikandum.
Let's see. With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it. And even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that. Claims to be a simple lamp maker, bringing light into the world as best he can. You've found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past brightlights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine? Says he can see that in the way you brighten everything up. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world. It's clear you do. Nothing shines as bright as being right. Says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right. Claims you both walk in different types of darkness, but you guide yourself by the same light. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end. Glows with delight at your bright passion for the light. I could swear I didn't see any clouds. The plague that's ruining the land needs to be stopped. Glittermoth Cave is right here.
Minalagi Mamuru.
That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work.
Asana Yotpa.
She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater. The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time. She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies Mountains. So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest root that's hidden beneath the surf. It reminds her of the gnotes and, like them, it's hoofed. They're just a lot bigger. Don't distract this beastie. It's work.
Polo Matat.
That sealed the fate of the third World Eater. Just one more to go.
Polo Sekada Puto.
Out of Date asked to see you again to congratulate you and let you in on the final phases of his plan.
Did Vuru Vusa Hat.
This is your chance to get his priorities aligned with yours. Do right by your tribe and the world at large.
Polo Sekada Puto.
Just head back to the Ark. He seemed eager to see you again.